Coming up on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, center stage, high school graduations take over the convention center. Plus, Ride in Style, the classic trolleys return to the Oceanfront. And why not Wednesdays? Hump Day just became a lot more fun. That and more coming up as we access Virginia Beach. Hello and welcome to VBTV's Access Virginia Beach, a program that informs you of news and events from around our city and schools. I'm Stephanie Sutton. Thanks for joining us. If you were down at the Oceanfront recently and saw a sea of caps and gowns, you weren't seeing things. Thousands of parents and students from around the city made their way to the resort area to celebrate a very important milestone. The stately sounds of pomp and circumstance echoed across the Virginia Beach Convention Center as the venue played host to high school graduations.
Cameron Sean Jackson.
This year, more than 4,000 graduates walked across the stage as parents and relatives cheered on.
I need you to move those tassels from right to left.
And of course, VBTV was there to cover the turning of the tassels. Graduations will be replayed on VBTV beginning June 22nd. A different school will air each day at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. on cable channel 46 for Cox and Verizon customers. You can also watch a stream version of the graduations online at vbschools.com. Those wishing to order a DVD copy of the ceremony can do so by going online to vbgov.com/vbtv or sending a check to the address listed on your screen. The deadline for orders is July 31st, and videos will be mailed August 11th through the 22nd. As summer rolls into full swing, a Virginia Beach classic is returning to the Atlantic Avenue.
This is an exciting day for the city of Virginia Beach and a particularly exciting day for the Beach District.
The fuss is all about the Atlantic Avenue Trolley. It has returned after a 7-year absence from the resort city. Hampton Roads Transit contracted with Hometown Trolley to build and outfit 14 trolleys.
Clearly, the customers want to ride trolleys. They're a lot more exciting and fun than the traditional hybrids. So I think this is going to add a lot in terms of ridership and the overall tourist experience here at Virginia Beach.
Each trolley is 37 feet long and can carry 28 people. An open-air rear section can be used for additional summer fun, plus the low-floor design provides quick access for disabled and those with strollers. The total cost for the trolleys is more than $6 million. A state grant will cover 55% of the price, and the city will provide the rest from its tourism investment fund.
Well, it's a big day. We are able to return to Atlantic Avenue, a style that has a lot more charm than what we've had for the last many years.
For your safety, please remain seated when the bus is in motion.
We knew when we switched from the old trolleys to the hybrid buses that we were going to lose a certain percentage of our ridership, because there was a large percentage of our ridership at the time that was using it as an amusement ride, and that wasn't going to be the case with the hybrid buses. The actual amount of customers that were lost in that transition was even greater than what we had anticipated, and so we are going to be able to recapture that, and we're going to be able to add a great deal of charm back to Atlantic Avenue that's been missing without that style bus.
1, 2, 3. All right.
The joint ribbon cutting ceremony also marked the opening of the Rudee Inlet Connector Walk. The project connects Rudee Inlet with the boardwalk for an easy pathway between the beach and the marina.
And certainly, as we've seen just on a cloudy day today, the amount of people that actually are using it, that it works, and that we are going to take have the opportunity to move the people that want to do something in the Rudee Inlet Basin, the ability to get here easily.
The Rudee Walk project, a component of the Resort Area Strategic Action Plan, includes a 10-foot wide, 1,600-foot concrete walkway constructed from Winston-Salem Avenue under the Rudee Inlet Bridge to the 4th Street parking lot. The North American Sand Soccer Championships have called Virginia Beach home since 1994. Now, more than 20 years later, the tournament has become the world's largest beach soccer event, and it keeps growing bigger every year.
We started back in 1994 with 26 teams on a blustery, terrible May cold day, and we're out here today in sort of semi-cloudy weather that's going to be real nice pretty quick. with 1,075 teams, close to 11,000 players from little kids under 8 years old right on up to people that have been playing into their 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Thousands of soccer players, families, and friends took over the Oceanfront for the tournament. And with 64 fields stretched all along the Oceanfront, there was plenty of action.
They're competing up and down 25 blocks, going from about 8th Street all the way north to 34th Street. They come from 20 states, and the players in the professional divisions round out about 20 countries.
The McDonald's U.S. Open was the centerpiece of the weekend. It's attracted some of the top U.S. and international sand soccer teams like FC Barcelona.
It's amazing for us to stay here, to be part of the sport, of the event, and to give our support to the city, to the event, and to the sport.
With brackets that support all levels of play, the tournament also attracted hundreds of recreational and pro division teams.
This is a great event here, and this is the 12th year now that I've participated in the Pro-Am tournament. So it's a great event for some local teams to get some great exposure against some international squads and great competition.
It's a blast. It brings revenue to our city and just packs the Virginia Beach area.
Besides packing the beach, the tournament also pumps money into the local community, generating about $2 million in economic impact that is shared with hotels, restaurants, and other businesses. The tournament supports the Hampton Roads Soccer Complex at Princess Anne Commons and helps grow the sport.
What we are trying to do is to use that division to show all the kids' teams that come to this thing how the sport is really played at its highest level, because these pros are doing magical things with the ball. Lots of aerial action, the favored bicycle kicks that kids just ooh and ah over.
FC Barcelona won the championships this year. They beat out Hampton Roads Soccer Council Elite in the final with a score of 5-1. Did you know that you can now send a text to 911 when you need emergency assistance? Here's Access reporter Jeff Barnaby with the details.
Imagine there's an intruder in your home. You're hiding in your closet with your cell phone and you need help. In Virginia Beach, you can now text to 911.
Text to 911 is the capability of citizens to reach the 911 emergency center via their cell phone or mobile device.
In situations where it's too dangerous for a caller to speak, or if the caller is deaf, hard of hearing, or speech disabled, text messaging could save the day. The Virginia Beach 911 call center is now equipped and trained to receive text messages. Simply enter 911 in the number field, type in your location and the reason you need help, and hit send. You will receive a response from a 911 professional. Texting to 911 does come with unique challenges. Virginia Beach 911 wants you to call if you can, text if you can't.
It's best to call 911. The information is received faster and it's more reliable. When you text, you receive no special priority on the way the call comes in, and the information we receive is limited.
Only traditional text messages will work with the service, and normal messaging rates may apply. So check with your carrier to see if your plan will allow you to text 911. The service works with each of the nationwide wireless carriers, and more will be added. Visit vbgov.com/VB911 for more information.
Virginia Beach is the first Southside Hampton Roads city to receive 911 texts from each of the major cellular providers. Coming up next on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, we'll bring you the dirty truth behind those flushable wipes. Plus, the city sends out a big thank you to community members who generously give their time and talents. We'll have that and more when we return. Virginia Beach Schools Parent Connection is your one-stop resource for information and events which support families and promote student success. Parents, now that summer break is in full swing and children are able to relax, it's also important to remember to build in some special reading time each day. The extended break from school can cause students to lose their academic stride, but you can help them stay on track by encouraging reading and writing. Keep a variety of reading materials around the house and in the car so they can never have a chance to get bored. You may even consider registering your child for the 2015 Summer Reading Challenge being offered at all Virginia Beach Public Library locations. The program, available for all reading levels, runs through August 8th. Check out the link on your screen and for other great ideas. Have a safe and enjoyable summer break and happy reading. To learn more about these activities or to see a complete calendar of events, visit the Parent Connection page of bbschools.com. Welcome back to Access Virginia Beach. I'm Stephanie Sutton. Municipalities across the nation are being forced to dispatch crews to unclog pipes and pumps. Why? Because the use of bathroom wipes are clogging sewer systems. Here's Access reporter Lincoln Smith with the dirty truth behind pre-moistened toilets.
To flush or not to flush? That is the question public utility crews are asking citizens to ponder before sending these down the toilet. We're talking about flushable wipes, but they're not as flushable as you may think.
They are causing the pumps to jam up. That's keeping our stations from operating efficiently, which causes, sometimes that can cause overflows if they are not removed and properly disposed of.
Pre-moistened personal wipes are clogging the sewer lines and creating extra work for Virginia Beach crews. More than 900 man-hours over the past year alone. Because the wipes are not breaking down and entangling sewer pumps, crews must derag the lines on a regular basis.
That's when the crews have to go and manually pull the pump up out of the well and remove the rags that get caught up in the impeller. Once it gets caught up in the impeller, the pump no longer pumps.
We pull the pumps out. We have to break the pump apart and take they're not really rags like you would think. They look like rags, that's why we call them rags. And then we have to take all that apart. We take those rags, we put them in a plastic bag and we dispose of them in the proper manner.
So remember, just because the packaging says flushable doesn't mean you're safe.
Put them in the trash. We simply because it says flushable, not all of it breaks down enough. Anything other than toilet paper, I would recommend that it be put in the trash.
You should only send human waste and toilet paper.
Paper towels, cigarette butts, dental floss, grease, and oil. Don't send that stuff down the toilet either. Summer is in full swing, and so are the golf games being played at municipal golf courses. Red Wing Lake Golf Course, one of 5 of the city's public golf courses, recently played host to a national radio broadcast for PGA Golf.
866-469-0026 is the phone number. We're live from Red Wing Lake Golf Course here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. I've been enjoying my time here in my hometown.
That's former First Colonial Patriot star golfer Carl Paulson, and he's hosting Inside the Ropes on Sirius XM Radio.
It's always nice to get back and see my friends. I've got a lot of really good friends still here in Virginia Beach. My kids love going to the beach. My parents live down on 72nd Street, so it's always a fun week.
He turned pro in 1994 and played professional golf for more than 15 years. Bow Creek, Stumpy Lake, Kempsville, Virginia Beach National, and Red Wing Lake are owned by the city but leased and privately managed. When contacted, staff from the Parks and Recreation Department were eager to assist.
Today we got the Inside the Ropes with Paulson and Paulson. It's an XM Sirius Radio show. They've come out to Red Wing Lake. Carl Paulson is actually a Virginia Beach native. He's won the state open in the past, went to First Colonial High School, played on tour for quite a while.
I mean, you talk about Jordan Spieth, you talk about Ricky Fowler. Phil Mickelson was a guy that can move the needle if he's playing pretty well. But those guys.
Paulson and Director of Golf Billy Judah spoke to listeners about a wide variety of golf topics, including how special an arrangement they have here in Virginia Beach.
You know, and here we walk in, and like I said, it's a great partnership. You know, the city's able to make money, and hopefully we do too. And you know, and we're able to operate a facility that the city of Virginia Beach is proud of.
This is a nationally syndicated show, and you know, they've been taking calls. I've heard places from California and Arkansas and Tennessee and Florida. I mean, so we have callers all around, and we're getting the word out about Red Wing Lake Golf Course and the beautiful conditions we have out here right next to the Oceanfront and the tourists.
Multiple golf courses located across the city allow tourists, locals, and guests to play a different course every day of the week. Carl Paulson knows the advantages.
Where I got my start, you know, I mean, we had a lot of great competition in Cox High School and FC and Kempsville and Kellum. We had some really good battles with some really good players that played Division I college golf all over the country.
Paulson knows how fortunate his life has been.
I've worked out of the golf business for about 2 years after I quit playing competitively and hated every minute of it. So I'm very fortunate to be back in on this side of it, although it's on the other side of the ropes. it's a lot of fun. All the players still know that I played and know who I am, so I get a great deal of respect from the players, and get their time and stuff like that. So it's been a blast.
And Virginia Beach has had a blast calling you one of his own.
We'll be right back with more from Red Wing Golf Course in just a moment.
Carl also volunteers as a coach for his alma mater, the South Carolina Gamecocks, who'll soon be heading overseas to broadcast his show from the British Open. Thousands of volunteers generously offer their time and expertise to the city at no charge. Their dedication saves the resort city millions of dollars. The best of the best are recently honored as the city leaders pay tribute to members of the community who graciously donate their time.
I'd like to welcome you to the Office of Volunteer Resources Annual Recognition Day.
Volunteer resource managers and volunteers of 20, 30, and up to 45 years of service gathered in council chambers for the ceremony.
We're proud to recognize volunteers and volunteer resource managers who have contributed countless hours in departmental programs that make this city prosper.
Last year, city organizations and state agencies used more than 23,000 volunteers who donated 1.2 million hours of their time.
I think citizen engagement through volunteers is a key element. And in terms of without the volunteers, there are many departments who could not achieve their goals. And so in a sense, we estimate how many millions of dollars that the volunteers really, in a sense, affect for the savings of this city. So without them, I think we would be less of a city, of a community for a lifetime. These are now 30 years of service to our volunteer programs. From the fire department, Stephen Kennedy.
This ceremony honored volunteers with at least 2 decades of service. It also paid tribute to the volunteer resource managers who oversee their duties.
This person is committed, passionate, and inexorably positive. This person lives by 2 very strong mottos: be informed to inform, make the best better.
Deputy City Manager Cindy Curtis announced this year's Volunteer Resource Manager of the Year.
When I welcome up Becky Salmons, Volunteer Resource Manager for the Department of Agriculture. Becky, please come forward.
It just speaks volumes to our organization that so many volunteers seek us out to give us their service, their many hours, and their skill set, because it just enhances our programs tremendously.
So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating this year's Deborah L. Elam Outstanding Youth Volunteer Award to Explorer Post 343 Captain and VB CERT member Zachary Inlet.
I believe it's important to give back to the community and to volunteer and do what I do, and it's been my dream since I was about 10. My mom's always known it. I've been around fire trucks, fire stations, and I think it's important that receiving this award teaches me that giving back to the community and giving back to friends and family, helping out anywhere I can is important in life.
To find out how you can volunteer, give the Office of Volunteer Resources a call or log on to vbgov.com/volunteer. Yes, folks, it's that time of year again. Great music, beautiful surroundings, a kid-friendly atmosphere, and plenty of company helps you relax and get over the hump day at Why Not Wednesdays. The 7th annual Summer Concert Series once again returns every Wednesday evening in front of the Sandler Center at Town Center. Over the 13-week concert series, bands will perform on the Sandler Center Outdoor Plaza every Wednesday from 5 to 9 p.m. And nobody's worried here. Scheduled performers feature genres ranging from Motown to current pop to rock and country and even 80s music. And while some folks like to celebrate Hump Day with a midweek jig, others may enjoy taking home some fresh produce grown on local farms. Proceeds from the series will benefit the Sandler Center for the Performing Arts Foundation Access the Arts program. To date, that program has brought more than 2,500 students to performances at the Sandler Center through money raised at Why Not Wednesdays concerts. The Sandler Center Free Summer Concert Series runs every Wednesday through August 26th from 5 to 9 p.m. On July 1st, the Latin Jazz Conspiracy will get the crowd into a Mamba state of mind, and on July 8th, Cheap Thrills will rock the stage. For more information about the series, visit www.sandlercenter.org/whynotwednesdays. Thousands of volunteers donate their time and talents in classrooms around the division. To recognize that hard work, Virginia Beach City Public Schools honored them at a citywide celebration. The New Kellam High School hosted the annual event that honored 86 Volunteers of the Year and 13 model partnerships. The celebration, titled Another Successful Day at the Beach, paid tribute to the vital role volunteers play in the school. Outstanding school community partnerships were recognized, along with a host of volunteers that include parents, grandparents, students, soldiers, citizens, and former educators. If you or your company is interested in volunteering with the school division, log on to vbschools.com/getconnected. And with that, we've come to the end of our show. But if you've missed something or would like to see it again, you can view the program online. Log on to vbgov.com/media. Then under the All Categories button, find and click on Access Virginia Beach. For everyone here at VBTV, I'm Stephanie Sutton. Thanks for watching.